Abracadabra was a small village hidden at the heart of an old forest. Its inhabitants had been practicing white magic for thousands of years. In the great school of magic, they shared their knowledge, passing it on from generation to generation. Clive was first in his class. He knew that using magic was a great responsibility. That's why he studied so much. But not all the students were as dedicated as Clive. His friends Robert, Pete, and Chelsea were good kids, but a bit lazy. Every day, at the end of class, Robert, Pete, and Chelsea spent their time playing in the park. "We will turn these seeds into sweet surprises, and then truly, honestly, we'll do our school exercises," one of the three always said. Every afternoon, after doing his homework, Clive would go to the park to play a while with the rest of the kids in town. When he got there, he found that his three lazy friends were still there. When they saw Clive, Robert, Pete, and Chelsea remembered that they still hadn't done their homework. "Oh no, our homework isn't done. Well, since we don't have time to do it, let's just have a race and run," said one of the three. And another day went by with their homework still unfinished. Meanwhile, the class continued learning new enchantments and spells. "You need to study hard for the final exam. It's very powerful magic, and you need to know how to use it," the professor warned wisely. But Robert, Pete, and Chelsea did not seem to be listening to their teacher's advice. The day of the exam finally arrived. To pass the class, all of the students of the Great School of Magic had to show how much they had learned. One by one, the small abracadabrians went up to the blackboard to recite the spells that the professor asked them. And then it was Robert, Pete, and Chelsea's turn. Since they hadn't studied, they were a bit nervous and started to mutter and to stutter. The three lazy friends mixed the magical words from different spells, and suddenly they turned into farm animals. "Because you didn't study, you've invented a new spell. It wasn't your intention, but the punishment suits you well," the professor said to them. "If you want to return to human form and rid those horns and snouts, the enigma of your spell you'll have to figure out," the director added. "Don't cry, friends," Clive said to them. "Hard work and dedication, that's all you'll need to find the right solution." Robert, Pete, and Chelsea spent weeks studying with Clive's help. They studied hard every single day in the library. Finally, the day of the makeup exam arrived. The three friends went up to the blackboard, nervous but determined. They had studied a lot. When the professor questioned them, Robert, Pete, and Chelsea recited the magical words that they had studied with so much care. And this time, they were the right ones. Hey! We passed! We passed! We're human again at last! The three shouted around Clive. Thanks so much, pal. The importance of studying we all understand now. And very happily, all together, they went out to celebrate that they had passed the class.